Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Am I coming in all right? I don't think anybody's watching this anyway. All right, welcome everybody. This is the first episode of Net Gains featuring yours truly, Bobby Gaines. Might help if I looked at the camera right. And this is a live stream show, as you guys probably already figured from the nature of it. And well, right now I'm actually about to promote this thing on the interwebs. Hope we're all doing well today. It is, as promised, April 3rd for the first episode of Net Gains featuring Bobby Gaines. I should have made a graphic. I didn't think about it. It's okay. I actually have so little faith that anyone's going to watch this. Hey, somebody's watching it. Well, that's actually really funny. Well, thank you for tuning in. That's Fine Productions. I didn't even have to do my Facebook plug, but I'm going to do it anyway. Feel free to start the chat at any time while I do that. As you can tell, we do not go for high production values or anything of that sort. I don't even know how to do a link to a stinking live stream. No, I really like the live streams. It's something I started doing for Christmas last year, as you guys remember, and it really kind of took off, especially with the countdown stream that I did, probably like my favorite stream maybe ever. The idea of live streaming always appealed to me, even though nobody watches my videos even after I plop them on the internet hours later, but I digress. Got a couple people who might actually watch this thing today. And I can't access my own channel. Aren't I just special? How you doing, Ryan? Everything going well down there in the area? How the heck do I see my own live stream? Oh, this is funny. This is actually really funny. I don't know how far behind everybody is on lag or stuff. I know sometimes I'll say something and like an hour later I'll get the response. Come on. You know there's a way to do this. Fun. I must be live because, well, one thing, it says I'm live, and for another thing, I've got Ryan viewing the video right now. My whole one viewer. So, oh god, I suck at this. Let me just see something here. Don't know if this is actually going to post or not. I don't know if I just screwed up everything by doing that. All good here. Hope you and the fam are staying safe. Oh, that's really weird. Hold on. Alright, I got 2 viewers now. And my screen is really weird, but that's fine. I'm kind of used to this at this point. Like, Brian's comment is actually kind of cut off a little bit. It says, I hope you and the family are staying S-A. So yeah, whoever watches, watches. I'm not going to pretend that I'm all into figuring this out. So let's get started. You guys may remember a long time ago I used to do what I called rants every month, like usually, maybe not every month, but there'd be like one for the spring, summer, fall, of course, Christmas and all that. And I would just kind of talk about what's coming next for Bobby Productions and all that stuff. But it was kind of boring because I couldn't really talk to the fans directly. I couldn't ask what they're thinking. I couldn't ask what they're doing. I might get a comment here and there, but it wasn't the same. So as you guys know, last Christmas I started the live streams officially, doing stuff in front of the camera, doing Christmas Central, just asking questions about Christmas in general. We had a really fun, about 2-hour talk about Christmas back last December, and this is really, I think, my first live stream since then. Yeah, I don't think I mean, I've done video game streams. I've done plenty of those on Twitch, and actually check out Chaos Blur. That's my name on Twitch, twitch.tv/chaosblur. To see me playing some games, some that are really good, some that aren't. The Retro Request Party is probably my favorite thing that I do. It's like, not every Sunday, but once in a while I play some retro games, which, as you'd guess, are requested by the fans, because I want to get that interaction in there, you know? If it's just me dictating all the content, it's going to be kind of the same content. Like, I don't think I'm revealing anything fresh here. But, anyway. Let me focus on this now, close all my other programs. I got 2 viewers. Someone's hiding in the shadows. We got a lurker. Could even be... could be Ryan's brother, who I won't say the name for security purposes. In fact, I probably shouldn't have even said Ryan's name because it doesn't even say his name on the screen. So I don't know who Ryan is. I just made that name up. But like I said, I'll just go ahead and rant. But if you guys want me to actually talk about something specific, you're more than welcome to. So the thing that I was going to focus on in this episode was Mall Tour 2020, because that's, of course, kind of the big thing going. That was supposed to be my huge promotion for April, and it still will be. As you guys saw, I released the trailer a couple days ago for Mall Tour 2020, featuring some footage of John Lee and I at the new mall that we toured. I won't say it's a new mall, but it's a new mall for me. And that video will still be released on schedule on April 18th, so that's in a couple weeks. So the mall tour will still kick off. I wanted to do more, but obviously you guys know why I couldn't because of the corona situation. Lurker, probably John. Oh man, you're way behind on my stream if you just heard me say Lurker. Yeah, John. What can I say about John? He does not like the mall tours. But no, that was kind of going to be my main... how long can I really talk about it? But the mall tour was going to be kind of my main focus because that's the big event for the year. That's the big event for Bobby Productions is Mall Tour 2020, the final chapter officially this year. Thankfully, I got one in before the coronavirus shut down everything in the country. I went on one mall tour, and I will release it on April 18th as promised. And then after that, who really knows? But I still stand by the fact that this is the final season. If it goes into 2021, then so be it. I'll go into 2021, so maybe that extends it a little bit actually, but it'll still be the last season, whether it's, I've got some plans, and those plans aren't going to change, they're just going to be moved forward a lot. So I guess they will change in the regard that they're not happening on time, but yeah, that's the mall tour. So, see, I don't want to say too much about what I thought of the first mall I went to, because then I might give it away, and I love to keep these things under wraps. I really do. I treat my channel like I'm actually some important production company, like I'm like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, don't spoil the ending of Endgame, don't spoil the mall tour. Oh geez, I just lost 2 out of 3 viewers. As soon as they heard I'm going to talk about the mall tour, they're like, I'm out. How am I coming in? All right. This camera's this is like a 1080p camera, but on my screen it looks like it's like 360p. It looks terrible. I don't know if anybody can even see this or make out what I'm saying. My audio seems to be good. Glad to have you here, That's Fine Productions. I don't know if you got anything coming down the pipe you'd like to tell people about. I feel like I'm on a home shopping network. We got That's Fine Productions here. What are you selling today? Well, Bobby, we've got some fine video products. Actually, I've seen some of That's Fine Productions, like some of their non-mall tour content, because for those of you who don't know, and he's the only one here, so he would be the only one that knows, That's Fine Productions follows the mall tour. Their 2 owners are the only people in the world to have a mall tour t-shirt, custom made, of course, by yours truly. And as such, they made a couple videos in tribute to the mall tour, which I really appreciate. But in addition to that, they have their own content, which I think is really cool. I've seen some of it. Really cool, like indie type content, but really well made. And I say that as a fellow filmmaker, because some of you guys may not know who have just gotten to the channel, but I used to make my own original films, actually a lot. Bobby loved the ceiling. No, don't do that. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. And you don't know that I did. Maybe I didn't like them. Actually, I did like them. First mall tour was really good. I'm not going to lie. And you know what? I know you guys are probably like, what else am I going to say? Of course I'm going to say I loved it, but not necessarily. Like sometimes I go to malls and people are like, oh, what did you think of it? And I'm like, it was all right. I've been to like 40-something malls at this point. That's not even an exaggeration. Not even counting the ones that I'm here. Oh my God, are you really wearing the t-shirt? That's so great. But no, like I was saying, I've been to like 40-something malls, so they're not all going to be winners. Like, there's some really good ones. I live in Connecticut, which is kind of a small state. We've got about 13, 14 malls, something like that. I've been to all of them. Well, technically not all of them, so now you have a spoiler for what one of the next malls could be, because they did open a new one up in Norwalk, which I could not go to for obvious reasons. So the entire state of Connecticut, or at least most of the other stuff, is shut down, just like probably most states and most countries. Due to the coronavirus, which I'm going to purposely try not to talk about as much as I can in this rant. I'll only have to refer to it as it pertains to possible delays. But it's not like I do anything, like productions-wise, that's really outside or out in public anyway. Most of my productions center here. In fact, I thought it would be more fitting to have the first episode of Net Gains here in the basement, because this is where I did most of my rants as a kid. This is where I've done most of my rants growing up. This is kind of the headquarters. Now, future episodes I may do in other rooms. I don't really know what the benefit of that is, but I may do like one in the kitchen or something. I don't know, get that kitchen aesthetic. I'm not going to start cooking or anything. But I will take requests. As you guys know, I'm pretty random. I mean, during the Christmas stream, I took out a bottle of Mountain Dew Liberty Brew and just started drinking it. Like, that's just the stuff I do. So there's nothing off limits right now. If you have any questions about not just the mall tour, but life in general, I don't know, anything else that's going on, if you want to say what's going on in your life, I really don't mind. like I said, there's no limit to this show. There's no like rules. That's kind of why I liked it. That's why I liked doing the live streams last year. Is because there's really everything goes. Or, yeah, that's the term. Everything goes. Anything goes. It all goes. I think what Ryan or whoever's watching right now is on like a 5-minute delay because he hasn't responded to anything I've said since the ceilings. Or no, he mentioned the T-shirt. So I'm just glad to see somebody in the chat because I glance over at this chat every like 30 seconds or so. You can probably see it in the video. I'm like looking at the camera, looking at the chat, looking at the camera, looking at the chat, and it's like I keep looking at the chat, and I'm expecting to see, you know, like just a ton of comments and questions, and I'm like, whoa. Instead, I look over and I just see like one person saying, "Where's John?" So that's where we're at right now. But all right, nobody else is asking anything, so I'll just go ahead and say, in addition to the mall tours, it's going to be actually a pretty big year for Bobby Productions, but mostly because of like anniversaries and stuff. Oh, hey, what's going on? What are you saying, rude? How am I rude? See, I don't know what you're responding to because, like I said, there's like a 5-minute delay. It seems like people aren't. Apparently, I said something rude at some point during the thing. How you doing, Uli? Wait, your account is actually Uli TV? I want to watch Uli TV. That's awesome. Rude. How am I rude? I've been very nice to everybody today. It's only been 10 minutes. Where is John? You don't even know who John is. You literally don't know who that is. Okay, so John is like, I don't want to say a lifetime friend of mine, but he's been a friend of mine for a good long time now. The joke is that he's never really like involved in any of my productions, even though sometimes he forcefully is just from knowing me. He never watches these streams. He never follows any of my big videos. So everybody goes, "Where is John?" It's like everybody knows where John is. He isn't here. Where is John? He's not here. And I doubt he's going to come out now, given the circumstances. Nothing on there. Nothing on where? What, am I coming in on video? Oh, whatever. Apparently I'm rude. This is a whole other thing I got to figure out now. But no, John is... He's a unique person. I like him, obviously. We have this weird thing where we've been friends for so long, but we're also like tired of each other. It's kind of funny. So when people say, "Where is John?" as if he's like my loyal sidekick or whatever, I just find that funny because even the videos he's in, he's like, "Why am I here? I don't want to be here. Why did you bring me to this mall? What am I doing here?" And that's not even an exaggeration. Like, that's just his demeanor. Nothing on there, the channel. Oh, there's nothing on your channel? I was trying to give you a little plug there. I was trying to help you out. Well, put something on the channel, and then I'll promote it. And then we'll have like a little team up. The Uli X Bobby Productions team up. See, you're actually responding pretty quickly. Maybe the internet connection's better where you are than Rhode Island, but I just gave away more people's locations. Well, we're all screwed. That's all right. They're all shut down anyway. So there's nothing on Uli's channel. That's the news for today. Weather is actually pretty good here, up in the metropolitan area, if you will. A little bit rainy, but not too bad. How about you? That's fine. How is the weather fine up there? Weather fine for you, Uli? Uli? Ule? Easy money. Easy money? How's it easy money? I haven't made any money. Well, you figure if your channel has, I don't know, 2 viewers, my channel has 2 viewers counting myself, you got at least 3 or 4 viewers between the two of us. I don't know how much money that's going to make us, though. John is in Rhode Island. He's actually not, but you're not far off. You're not far off. No, he's, John's, you know, like I said, one of my good friends. He lives in this area. Really no secret to any of this stuff. No, never. No, never. Oh, God. And actually, that is something John would say. John would be like, never. But yeah, like I was saying, this stream is going about as I expected it to go. Weather is wet and windy here. Alright, there you have it. That's New England for you. You know, we're like England, but we stole England. This is now New England. Probably the highlight of the stream was me trying to figure out how to get the stream to work while I was tinkering with it. And I think there was like a little window on my computer that was like blocking my screen. Yeah, there's a delay, but there's supposed to be a delay, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this is anybody's chance to talk to me about anything. I feel like I'm doing a book signing. Someone give me a book. Did I get a book? I must have a book. I didn't write a book. Actually, I have written books. At one point or another in my life, I've created almost everything. The search for John is on. What is wrong with you people? You know, I do all the work. I put all the videos together. John does nothing. John is in maybe a quarter of the videos I make, if that. and he just says a couple funny comments, and everybody goes nuts over it. I've been here for 1,400 stinking videos. Where's my credit? Not that I really deserve any, but where's my credit? I'm almost tempted to find a book. I need some props. Maybe I'll just start like working out on camera. So I can't go to the gym right now, so that's what I need. Search for John. That was my Christmas stream was the same thing, which John also wasn't in, and I had people asking me like, I don't know, ask John how he's doing. I have no idea. I'm not his keeper. Speaking of Christmas, I still have one of these Christmas houses still out. Gotta put that sucker away. The good quarter. Oh, stop it. Don't you even watch close to a quarter of my videos. That would be like 300 videos. 400 videos almost. I know you ain't watching that many videos. I can still see the Dreamcast corner from Christmas is set up. That's a dumbbell. Hey, I don't make fun of your job. Oh, well, whatever. But yeah, the Dreamcast corner is still set up from Christmas Central. I just moved it down here. Sure everybody wanted to know that. Fun fact, and I actually didn't even mean to do this, back in my old videos, I used to put like little hidden Easter eggs in there, like I'd have a can of soda or like some kind of thing, and I'd be like, see if you can find it in the video. I didn't even mean to do this, but there's a can of Sunkissed Orange just sitting up there, so if this was 2012 or whenever I was doing that, you would have won absolutely nothing. Yeah, this is the kind of content we put out here. It's going to look good to everybody in about a minute. So yeah, will you ever make a video about Pontiac? Well, what kind of video? I've written a song about Pontiac. I did a video specifically petitioning GM to bring back Pontiac. Pontiac symbology or terminology has appeared in a number of my videos. Hi-yo! Hey, what's up, Ryan? Wait, I thought... Okay, I'm not... Nah, I don't know. Apparently, Ryan has two different accounts. But, videos about Pontiac. Well, what else could I make? I mean, unless I had a Pontiac, I really... speaking of Pontiac, I don't think it... Oh, it kind of shows up in the video. Up there, I have the hubcap from my actual Pontiac that I drove from 2008 to 2014. That is a Pontiac Grand Am hubcap. That was the only one that really survived. Fun story, that car actually lost all of its hubcaps at one point or another. Not even from the accident. It just, every time I lost a tire or every time a tire went flat and they replaced it, they couldn't get the hubcap back on. And the other ones were kind of like mangled or whatever. That one survived pretty well. Still has the Pontiac logo pretty visible. Ryan, you know where John is. Don't get him started. Don't get him. You don't even know who John is. John couldn't even be real. Like, it's just such a generic name. Like, it's the most common name ever. I could meet somebody named John down the street and go, oh, look, I found him. Like, although you'd probably know John if you saw him. He's pretty distinct. Ooh, 3 viewers. A triplet of viewers. I think John lives in a bunker underground. This is the bunker. First of all, what is this, supernatural? Second of all, the bunker underground. This is the bunker. This is as low as we go. And this is generally where my streams are. This is where everything I do is, in this one little space, which video doesn't make it look that big, and it's not that big. So it's not even like ESPN where it's like a tiny studio, but it looks bigger on TV. Speaking of which, I don't know who follows sports, but ESPN's had nothing to do because of the coronavirus. They just sit there. I think today they were talking about which Chicago's Bulls team was the best. And I'm like, really? This is all we have left? At least it's not football talk. I think John lives in a bunker underground. If he did, don't you think he'd be in more videos? Like, he'd probably be popping out every second. As it is, I feel like he lives with me. He comes over so often. Even during all this. So I hope everybody's practicing their social distancing. Turns out I've had 30 years to prepare for that. There is a window. A bunker doesn't have windows, duh. Or at least that's what I would want you to believe. Maybe that's a fake window. You don't know that window even goes outside. That could just be a thing. Tom Brady. Oh boy, there's a topic. See, it's funny because the people who know me know like the 3 or 4 key words that they can say to kind of get me going on a rant. And Tom Brady is one of those words, but I am just so relieved that he's out of New England that my anger and hatred is just kind of replaced by indifference. Like, I'll be happy to see the Patriots fail. That'll be the most exciting part. But as far as Tom Brady himself, I don't really care what he does, where he cheats, or how he cheats. I'm sure he'll find a way to do it. But, you know, he's out. Got a few, I don't want to say fun moments, but a few emotional moments out of his tenure in New England, one way or the other, arguing with stupid Patriots fans. Sorry if you're a Patriots fan. Actually, I think you guys were there when I got the Tom Brady, the Patriots blanket that I threw out the window at my last birthday party. And then somebody got it back, unfortunately, and now it's back in the house, and I just want to burn the stupid thing. But Tom Brady with the Buccaneers, yeah, that's going to look weird. I also don't care. He went to a team that I don't even care about. Not that I really care about that many football teams, but Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're not good, they're not bad, they're there. So to me, it's a perfect situation because now I can see Brady likely fail because I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl. They might make the playoffs, but they're not going to go that far. And I can see the Patriots try to struggle without him because I don't think Jarrett Stidham or whatever quarterback they pull off the street is going to be anywhere near what they had, even with the cheating, which they will cheat, and they will pay the refs a hefty sum to make sure they steal a few games against the Dolphins and the Jets. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see where the Patriots fans are then when their team is 7-9 or 8-8 and they're just kind of scraping by and they can't just guarantee a win every week. It'll be fun to see. It'll be fun to see. So, like I said, most of my discussion as far as the actual talking part of this, which I guess all of it's the talking part, was going to be about the Mall Tour, which I've already kind of touched on that. April 18th will be the debut of the first Mall Tour of 2020, which I've already recorded, obviously, and it's already going to be put out on April 18th. So, hopefully, by April 18th, I know this won't be over, but we'll be closer to a resolution, and then by May or June I can continue the Mall Tour, so there hopefully won't be more than a month or so layoff between videos with the Mall Tours. I don't know how many they're going to be this year. Like I said, if I have to go into 2021, I will. No problem doing that, because I want this to be big. This is the last Mall Tour ever. Not the last time I'm going to go to a mall, obviously. Malls are kind of in my DNA, but the last, official Mall Tour season. So I guess if I had any questions for anybody, if anybody even cares, anyone who saw the Mall Tour trailer, what do you guys think of it? I debuted the new Mall Tour logo, the new Mall Tour song, both of which I was very excited about, very proud of, and I really like the plan that I have for this year. And more than that, because I had mentioned the anniversaries, we got some big ones coming up. 2010 was a big year for Bally Productions. That was, of course, 10 years ago. I got my first HD camera, which I still use. In fact, just because I got to kill some time, I'll grab it. This was my first HD camera, which I still use, which was used to record Blockbusted, Movie Hero Forever, and pretty much all of my major productions after 2010. And like I said, this thing still works. Actually, just used it on my last birthday party, and I've used it on a few other things. So yeah, this is one of my, I don't know, 6 cameras. Got this. These aren't the ones I use for the Mall Tour, obviously. I can't really walk around with this. But I got, what do I have? Got my iPod camera. That's my main camera for Mall Tours. In fact, I'm not going to show it because it'll give it away, but the wallpaper here on my iPod is from the last Mall Tour. So, yeah, use that for primarily most of my filming. I've also got another smaller HD camera I use. And I feel like even I'm boring me right now. I'm actually surprised we made it past 20 minutes. I thought for sure. Any news or work on Legacy? Oh, see, I'm glad you asked about that, because I actually I've got a lot of songs that are in, not finished, but half-finished states, so I feel like I just got to take a day and really kind of hammer out. I think the lyrics right now are kind of the sticking points. So for those of you who don't know, Legacy is the name of my 10th album that I'm working on. And actually, it's funny you mentioned that. Let me see. Maybe I can do something. I don't know if it's going to mess up the screen. It might mess up the screen. Yeah, maybe I won't do it. I was going to maybe preview a new track or something, because I do have some stuff that I could preview. Now we lost a viewer. But anyway. No, Legacy's coming along really great, actually. I like the couple songs that I have finished on it, which, of course, are the title track and then Make Love. And then I've got probably 5 or 6 other songs that are close to done or halfway done. Like I said, the lyrics are kind of my sticking point. I don't know. I'm weird. It's really hard to write a song. I make it sound like, oh yeah, just crank them out. No, it's really hard. And it takes months sometimes to really perfect something. And even then, I don't know. I'm not always happy with what I come up with. But been writing songs for almost over 10 years now. Some of them are really lousy. But do you have a piano within range? I do, and you could hear it, but nah, it's not really the kind of thing I could, just play really quick, I actually have studio sounding recordings on here. Yeah, I got a piano. I'm not going to be on camera, obviously, because I'm behind the camera now. Yeah, this is fun. People are watching nothing right now. I do have a guitar, though. And obviously, guitar is portable. Yeah, this is when the stream gets really bad. Yeah, well, you guys asked for this crap. Wow, yeah, I could swing the camera around so that people could see the piano, but you're not missing much. How does this always turn into me playing guitar? I'm not very good. But if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. Which means I gotta tune this sucker. I will, Bobby tunes a guitar. This is what we've come to. Obviously, this is not plugged in. This is an electric guitar. I have no idea why I did that. I don't even know if what I'm gonna stick and play here. Yeah. In case nobody saw the Maltor trailer, which I'm sure nobody did, that's the new Maltor riff for 2020. The something like that. Maltor riffs are usually pretty basic. Oh, you tell me to play the blues in E minor after I already tuned the thing to E standard. I mean, I could move the camera so that you could see my fingers here, but like you purposely tell me to play E minor after I already tuned the thing. It's weird. I've actually like never watched my own fingers playing guitar. This is really weird. I've never actually like you see these like guitar tutorial videos where they're like, okay, now you put your hands on the second position, you strum, I don't even know what chord that was, you strum that, and then you come over here, you make a beautiful open C with a minor third, and then you come here and you make a nice little sweet riff for you. Yeah, that's about as good as I get. If I try to play any faster than that, it's gonna get really sloppy. Not that that was anything special. Bet I know what song Ryan wants to hear. If I can, well, not that there's much to remember, but. good. I can watch myself play guitar in the future so I can know what not to do later. I've got those live stream blues. Who's gonna watch me now? Frankie's in the stream. Don't know what he's doing there. What's John's favorite song? Well, I don't really know, 'cause John kinda hates every song in the world, unless it's Elton John. I feel like John's entire life is like a blues song. And I think I'm going crazy. Is this the new episode of Society Sucks? Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because that is kind of what I thought this was going to turn into. Like, I thought it was going to turn into like a big rant where, you know, people could just come up with stuff and I go like, you know what really grinds my gears? Like, I thought it was going to be one of those dealies. But nah, somehow I got on the topic of playing guitar, and now it's a close-up of me playing guitar, and you never know what's going to happen here. John is really good at the piano. I guess maybe I'm a little bit better at him in guitar, but he's still really good on guitar too. But he's mastered piano. He's been playing piano for years, that's no secret. And John's favorite song, if I'm being honest, I think it's Your Song by Elton John. I think he told me that once. If you mean like favorite song on mine, I don't even think he listens to any of my songs. You know how hard it is to play guitar and also somehow entertain you people at the same time. So yeah, Frankie, this is Net Gains, the first episode, maybe the last episode. But now this is actually kind of fun. I'll probably do this like once a month or so. Well, my friend John is a big Elton John fan. I don't know if it's because John is in Elton John's name, but I really hope it's not that simple. I think it's because he really likes piano, and Elton John's a great piano player. I guess I could preview something. It's not really going to sound that great. Actually, I could preview a couple things. It's a song that I'm working on right now for my album Legacy. I could try to sing it and play it at the same time, but I'm not that great at doing that. Then I've got kind of a more of a hard rock type of thing going on, which is like a whose hair do you like better, Frankie's or John's? That's a really weird question. So for those of you who don't know, and actually Frankie's profile picture, he's got blue hair, so I don't think he does right now. Frankie's always had a different color hair. So I guess I gotta go with Frankie just because his hair is a lot more versatile. Like, I've seen him have like spiky red hair, I've seen him have blue hair, I've seen him have purple hair. Yeah, I'll go with Frankie. Just John's hair only does so much. It's just the same hairstyle all the time. It looks good, but it's the same hairstyle. It's not, fooling anybody. Not anything different. That last song I played, I actually can sing because it's pretty basic, and I've actually memorized the words. I actually have to memorize the words to my own songs. It's not as easy as, oh, I know them. So I just remembered this song kind of requires a little bit of your voice. Something's coming in the air tonight. Something's coming, no, it don't feel right. Something's coming, do you feel it now? Can you hear that magic? Can you feel that sound? Is Frankie's more... What is it with the Frankie's questions in the face? I'm sorry they're putting you on the spot like this, Frankie. Just move this down. Who has a more symmetrical face? Well, again, you can get a little bit of a clue from seeing Frankie's face in the profile picture. And actually, Frankie has his own YouTube channel, which is right there, Quaffle Boy. So you can see plenty of his face on that. And I'd say Frankie has a pretty decent face, but I guess John's face is a little more symmetrical. Like, if you met John, like, he's really no frills. Like, you know, that's what you see is what you get with John. You know, like, that's it. So if anybody was going to have a symmetrical face, it would be John. You know, round head, you know, split it down the middle, about as symmetrical as you're going to get. Not that Frankie has an insymmetrical face. I never really thought about it, never really analyzed it. I can't believe I'm devoting this much time to this. But that is what the people want. I'm just playing the guitar because I took the guitar out. I'm playing it. I don't care. Finding a little relaxing background music. It's Net Gains featuring Bobby Gaines. John has a more symmetrical face. But other than that, I don't know how their features compare. One cool thing about the mall tour, though, is that I do get a lot of different people. So, you know, you got people like John, Frankie, other people who join the mall tour with, different opinions on it, so that shows through. So, you know, I'm always going to be the same, basically, in every mall tour video, and I pretty much have been. The song sounds promising. Which one? The one I just made up about John? The people want more John. The people, only you want more John. I mean, it sounds like John is probably in, other than myself, probably in the most videos as like a guest star. Probably. Again, he's kind of begrudgingly in there. No, the preview. You mean of, the song's actually called Do It Right. It's the one that's like... 2 minutes. It's actually... I feel like there's more of a delay on YouTube than on Twitch. On Twitch, my gaming streams seem to be maybe 30 seconds behind. But no, I really like Do It Right. That's a song I wrote last year, mostly written. I haven't finished all the lyrics, but almost was inspired by like Fall Out Boy, somewhat Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, kind of like not hard rock, but more like a in your face kind of thing, almost like a beat like the song Holiday by Green Day. It's like It's a little bit easier to picture it in a studio setting with everything kind of turned up a little bit. Just playing it like this doesn't really give you the idea, but it's got like a kind of a pop beat, but also like, I don't know. I honestly probably don't have the voice for it, but I try, because the chorus is kind of demanding on the voice, but yeah, I do what I can. I don't have that Fall Out Boy voice. I try to write songs in the style of my favorite artists, and oftentimes realize that I don't sound like my favorite artist, so a lot of times I go off the beaten path, but I do still like to do my thing. So, alright, who else wants to ask questions about John? Because that apparently seems to be the thing we're doing right now. Sure, if John was watching this, which I don't think he is, he'd be like, what the heck is going on? Surprisingly, Frankie's been remarkably quiet. I think he got scared off by the whole face comment. I thought he'd be coming up with things for me to rant about. If you want to sound like Red Hot Chili Peppers, you just like yank on every string. Now I'm Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yay. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not that good. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Frunky. How are you and Korai doing? Hopefully everything's good over there. Hopefully you didn't spend all day playing Persona. No, I had to use the bathroom. Alright, good. At least you had an excuse. Thanks for letting us know, by the way. But I'm the rude one. You were at work, right? You didn't work in an office. Or did you get, like, an office job? Even so, I wouldn't imagine they'd have you come in unless you work from home. This is how much I know about my friends. It's one thing being inspired once the letters now. Yeah, no, I don't try to sound exactly like them. In fact, in some of my songs I try to mix styles, and sometimes it's not even a style so much as an era. Like, my favorite era of music is 80s, so I do a lot of 80s beats and 80s synth and even power ballads. Oh, I'm not doing Neil Young. I don't think I could sound like Neil Young singing or guitar. See, Frankie, you have so many jobs, I never know. I'm in the IT department. Frankie is essential. Yes, Frankie is essential, depending on how you look at it. So, wait, you're at your job right now watching me play a very bad guitar and watching a 1 moment please box pop up on my live stream. That was kind of funny, actually. It's because I hit the key on my guitar. My guitar actually hit the keyboard that's sitting on the desk next to me and hit the bar that makes that come up. Because I don't know what I'm doing. In fact, that box was up for the first, like, minute of the stream. Yeah, I was not prepared to play guitar today, as you guys can tell. I really didn't warm up or anything. Because that would have been the excuse. If I was warmed up, I would be like Van Halen right now. I feel like I couldn't sell advertising on this. Like, I'd have to beg people to advertise on this. It'd be like, oh yeah, today's Bobby's freaking chat thing is brought to you by Gillette, the best a man can get. No, I don't think anybody's buying advertising on this. I finally started working my career job. I thought I told you. I knew you were doing something, like, besides the 8 other jobs you had, but I don't know. That's cool that you still have a job, though, and I know Corey does too. And I'm kind of looking for a temporary job at the moment, which, again, I said I was going to stay away from the corona topic. I brought it up a couple times, but I'm not really, I'm not here for news, you know. I mean, we can talk about news, but I'm not a news station by any means. The world could be falling apart outside, and I'd be sitting in here playing Sonic. I mean, that's just me. You know, I'll be like, hey, aren't you going to talk about the apocalypse? Nah, apocalypse can wait. Did you hear the new Sega announcement? Which I guess there was a new Nintendo Direct announcement. Again, I'm not like well versed on a lot of stuff. Home Depot's hiring. Yeah, I also heard Lowe's is hiring. I've applied almost everywhere at this point. But what was I gonna say? I'm not like an expert on anything. This is Red setting up. Fantastic first episode. Yeah, apparently everybody's taking a poop break here. Right. Well, I'm glad you tuned in. That's fine. I'm actually surprised we made it to 45 minutes almost. Maybe I'm surprised Frankie doesn't have more questions, but if nobody else has a lot of questions, I'll probably sign off soon myself. Like I said, I'll do this once a month. The big announcements for this episode were the mall tour starting on April 18th, as far as the video being released, and then future mall tours, we'll see what happens, but there's at least one coming out April 18th. It's a really fun one. As you guys know, I can't stop talking, so I'm sure I'll talk about it after the fact and before the fact and all that, and this is bothering me that the camera is kind of off a little bit. There we go, now I'm more centered with the frame a little bit. I don't know. I've been doing this a long time. Frankie knows. Frankie worked with me on a lot of videos, you know, where I'd have to adjust the camera, I'd have to do all this stuff. I get very OCD about it. Even for something like this, where 3 people are watching it, and let's be honest, 3 people in the entire world are watching this. I'm both kind of flattered that 3 people found the time, but it's also kind of sad, because it's like less than 0.1%. Mall tour rules, yes, mall tour rules. If nothing else, mall tour rules. That's, it's going to be a fun one, whenever it gets going. The first one was really fun. I really have a lot of enthusiasm about this mall tour. Not that I haven't in the past, but just the whole premise of it, you know, the final mall tour, going big, going for it all here. You know, I want to go out big. And that's going to be kind of the focus of every mall tour. It's not going to be like, 2017, I went to, I think, like 14 different malls. And you could tell, probably on like the 8th one, that I was kind of like just going through the motions. But this year, no matter how many malls I go to, and again, I don't know what the final count will be, and now I'm off the frame again, and it's bothering me. I don't know what the final count will be, but I plan to bring my A game for everything I do, especially after this whole quarantine blows over. Just going, just going to a public venue will be fun again. Like, it doesn't even matter what it is, but it's going to be weird. Because as you guys know, I'm a wedding DJ. I'm currently without wedding work. People are postponing their weddings until the summer. So at one point or another, I'll probably be doing like 5 weddings a week, which will be interesting. But it will hopefully recoup some of the finances I'm losing right now, which again is not really the point of this rant, but alright, I'm putting the guitar away because, let's face it, I'm not getting any better. Nobody's really feeling this, including me. I'm still here for fun. I'm like a clown. I'm here to entertain you people. That's right. Can't say I don't take time out of my schedule. I would say Markiplier doesn't do this, but he might do it, actually. Like some of the bigger YouTubers, I'm sure, are doing this too, like the ones that people actually watch. But the difference is, those people have like 20,000 viewers, so they can't respond to all the comments. I can. Because I've only got 3 people to keep track of, so I can address each and every comment on an individual basis. And you're not going to get that from the good YouTubers. You're going to get that from me, the lousy YouTuber. That's what you're going to get. So you're going to get personalized service with a smile. And only at Bowie Productions. That should be my selling point at any interview I do. So why should we hire you? Because you're going to get unique service with a smile. But no, I am unique. I'll give me that. Well, I'm running out of ideas here. Not that like I was saying before, I know like a little bit about everything, but not enough to be an expert. Yeah, John is probably watching them. I highly doubt that. Unless my YouTube counter is off, I generally only have 2 or 3 viewers, and that's how many are talking. So I don't think John is secretly on YouTube watching this. And if he is, I don't know, want to come over tonight and bring pizza? But John is probably watching. I highly doubt John's watching. I think he's watched a few. Actually, we have a few ideas ourselves. I'm not going to give it away, but sometimes John and I will think of like dumb movie ideas. It's like every now and then he'll get an idea, and actually I'll be like, that's pretty good, and we'll do something with it. Like there's one video. You can go ahead and YouTube it if you want, called Boardwalk Bonanza, where it's just him on a boardwalk. It's about 1 minute long, and he's just like making people watching comments. For some reason, he thought it was like the most hilarious thing ever. I didn't think it was that funny, but I put it online because he wanted me to. It was like one of the few times he wanted me to put a video online, and I'm like, all right, well, Boardwalk Bonanza. Just don't let the title fool you. It's not a bonanza. There's nothing entertaining about it. I just like alliterations. I really like alliterations. What is it? A long time ago, I had a video called Marine Mayhem. I had Boardwalk Bonanza, Bowling Bonanza, Shopping Spectacular. These are all alliterations, obviously. Blockbusted, another alliteration. I don't know, there was another one. There was one that started with a C. It was like something Calamity. Oh, there's Kineticon Chaos. I thought it was something Calamity. It started with a C. The first word started with a C. I don't know. I make videos of everything. Oh, Grocery Gauntlet. That was one. Grocery Gauntlet. 2 G's. That's actually, I like that video. It's not funny, but it's let's just say you'll never see a video like it. At least I don't think. I thought that was actually a really creative idea. Grocery Gauntlet. Go ahead and look that up. That should still be on my channel somewhere. Shopping Spectacular is almost the same thing, but not as good in my opinion. And, God, I've done a lot of... There was something with... It was like holiday hijinks. Like, I've done a lot of alliterations. I don't know what it is. I like when things start with the same letter. I'm very symmetrical like that. But yeah, now we got Uli, who surprisingly has like no questions for me, even though we barely know each other. And he's more interested in my friend from middle school, whose name may or may not be John. And the only reason he's even going off that is because of everybody else. But yeah, that is that. I know somebody had asked about my album Legacy, which is coming along pretty well. That's one good thing, is that I'll have a lot more time to work on that. So it's one of those things, when I work on an album, it kind of comes together slowly, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, I'll finish like 5 songs in like a week, like because I just have everything laid out already. But until that point, I'm just kind of struggling with chords and lyrics and, you know, the parts that make a song a song. And of course I want these songs to say something, which is kind of the weird part, because like I'll write these songs. Like for example, my last album, my last finished album. I say I released it, but nobody bought the stupid thing. My last full album was 2016. So those songs I had written over the course of a couple of years. But the thing is, in your life, you know, like the stuff you think about now, you're not thinking about in a couple of years. So like I would write a song, say in 2016, about something really meaningful to me. But then by the time I actually put it onto paper, like that same thing didn't mean anything to me, if that makes sense. So like I'm writing a song that's supposed to be personal to me and all this, but by the time I write it, I'm like, I don't really care about this anymore, but I have to like put the emotion into it. Like I have to be like, you know, try to make it relatable to other people feeling that emotion, which inevitably I'll feel again, but you know, there'll be songs about places or people in my life that at the time were very relevant, and then I listen to those songs now and I'm like, wow, that's a really dated reference, but it's cool that I do that. In a way, it's almost like a musical diary of sorts. But I'm bad at asking questions. What's your favorite chord progression? Oh, see, you asked it after I put the guitar away, so I can't even give an example. Favorite chord progression? Well, I don't know if it's my favorite, but what's the one that everybody says is like the pop song anthem? Like it's like the Journey, Don't Stop Believing, like the din and 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 din. I'm doing a very bad job of this because I don't have a musical instrument right now. But yeah, I like that one. I don't love it, but favorite chord progression. You're gonna make me get the guitar again, aren't you? Because I can't off the top of my head think of it. I know I love A minor, which I know said in the wrong word order. That sounds really bad. I love a minor. I love A minor as a chord. Hey, welcome back. We're doing chord progressions. This really struck a chord with me. Maybe it's just because it's part of a song, but I always like to C, to D, to F, which that is the House of the Rising Sun. A minor, C, D. Actually, I like things with G. So I like kind of the G. In fact, a lot of my songs use that G to D. It's like kind of a nice little resolution. The Pokeball clock game. Okay, first of all, Frankie, that's not a clock. It's just a Pokeball. It has, I think you might be getting confused because it's near a clock. Yeah, I'm walking off camera right now. Right here. All right, so this is what Frankie's talking about. I actually left the room for this. This, as he calls it, a clock game. It's just a Pokeball. And you open it up and like you kind of. Actually, it doesn't have batteries in it, otherwise I would demo it. That would be something I would do in a video. I actually had videos when I was a kid where I would demo my toys as if I was, I don't know what, but yeah. Sorry, Uli, I kind of got off track there. A minor to C is fun. D to G is fun. Anything involving F, even though I can't really play an F very well, I like that chord. I like minor chords. Yeah, let me get that. Yeah, I don't think so. Actually, I looked this up on eBay. These things are actually fairly expensive. I don't know why. It's actually not even a fun game. But I sold my Pokedex a while ago, and I clearly got screwed on that deal. Like, I got a pretty good deal on it, but then I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, I could have gotten like $100 for it. I think I only sold it for 50, which and the thing was only 20 when I bought it, and I just didn't need it. But this thing's worth, I don't know how much, but I just don't feel like selling it. Unless Frankie's going to give me a lot of money for it. It's also not that fun. It was fun when I was 10 years old, and I still do like Pokemon to an extent. D minor to A minor to something major. I can't read it because my screen cuts off. But guitar's going away for the second time. Maybe not the last time. Actually, it's funny. The fireside chat turned into a guitar session too. It's a good thing I got 3 guitars. I can just kind of pick them up whenever. So yeah, Frankie, we should do a Let's Buy That where we sell the Pokeball. But not to you. To other people. To people in need who need a really old Pokeball. What is this? Copyright 95, 96. And this thing is old. This thing is old. I feel old. I got a Dreamcast up there. I got this Pokeball. My room is full of stuff from the mid-90s. Because that's when I grew up. Some would argue that I never grew up. I'm so tempted. Are these double A's? Oh, these are double A's. Alright, you know what? Why not? I'm going to go ahead and Mina Mongoose. What a useless character. I'm gonna see if I can find 4 double A's, and I'm gonna see if I can boot up the Pokeball. This is how dumb this is gonna get. Oh, I almost tripped on my own camera. Ew. This is the standard that I've set. See what happens when I let the inmates run the asylum. This is what happens. Okay, I'm not bringing out every prop in my room to show off. What Harry Potter thing? The board game or the actual Harry Potter thing? Because I think I sold one of them. Some of this stuff I do sell because I really just don't need it. But I actually brought out batteries. I wasn't kidding. If I found a bunch of double A's. Sure, I could save these for a flashlight or something if the power goes out, but now I'm going to waste them on this Pokeball. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and use my last batteries to power up a really old Tiger Electronics toy that may or may not work. And even if it does, I don't know how I'm going to show it on camera. This is stupid. Actually, this is kind of fun. This is why I did this. This is why I liked the Christmas ones, because they just kind of turned into anything. And that's why we need Frankie in pretty much every episode. Everybody brings their own unique flair to this thing, though. I don't know what this little strap here is for. It's almost like a seatbelt for the batteries. I don't know. I'm going to be shocked if this thing even still works. I am going to be shocked. I mean, this thing is old. This is, God, you're looking at over 20 years old. I don't know what this strap thing is for. Oh, that's right. I lost the screw on the back of it, so I think the batteries like keep popping out. It actually worked. Oh, wait a minute. Something came on the screen. This is really stupid. Holy crap. Game 1. High score. This is ridiculous. Stage 1, get ready. Catch 15 Pokemon. I have no idea what I'm doing by now. Oh, this thing actually works. Holy crap. Oh, that's why I stopped playing this. It's like the most annoying sound ever. And you have to hold the stupid back of it. This is actually happening right now. Looks like a Scyther. Alright, you know what? Some things even I think are too dumb to do. So yeah, Frankie, it works. There's batteries in it. This actually works. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the screw is still in it. Why can't I? I'm not. Alright, so if you have a working screwdriver and you get the screw to stay back in, this might actually work pretty well. Because you need to tilt it to really be able to use it, and I can't tilt it without the bottom falling out. So there you go. One very used Pokeball. I cannot believe that just happened. Actually, I can. I can believe it. I'll be in the next episode. You mean like you'll watch the next episode, or you'll actually physically be here? Because social distancing means you have to be 6 feet behind me at all times. So, we'll just wear masks. We'll wear masks and like SWAT gear or something. We'll be like on opposite ends of the room. I'll actually have you on a split screen. There probably is a way to do that. And I don't know how. To like have our YouTube channels simultaneously cast. I'm really running. In case you guys couldn't tell, I'm really running out of ideas. My whole headline was centered around the mall tour, and the fact that I've gotten an hour out of that one premise is kind of remarkable. Oh, I've got 3 viewers now. Maybe I always had 3 viewers. I'm not paying attention. Where's Corey? I feel like Corey would be here. Why isn't Corey in the house? Yeah, I went there. Oh, I saw the Sonic movie again the other day. It's still really awesome. Actually, I liked it better the second time, now that I've kind of like familiar with it. The first time I didn't really know, obviously, what to expect, so I was kind of just going in with a open mind and all that, and now that I've seen it before and I kind of know what I'm getting, it really is a good movie. It does more justice to Sonic than I thought. There were a few things that could have been better, but for the most part, and they even make some references without making them obvious. They made some Sonic references that I really liked. So, only things to me that were missing from the Sonic movie, and again, this might be minor spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it. No Chaos Emeralds. Maybe those will be in the next one. But yeah, other than that, no Chaos Emeralds, no like animals turning into robots. But I think we'll see that in the sequel if there is a sequel. Which at one time I would have said there's no way there'd be a sequel, but Now I'm starting to think there might be. The movie made a lot of money. Thankfully, the coronavirus panic didn't hit until after the movie came out. So it did a lot of sales, which I'm happy about, obviously. I want to see Sonic succeed, don't get me wrong. Like, I've always wanted to see Sonic succeed, but I always have this, like, skepticism. Like, okay, is this going to be any good? Like, I want it to be. Ken Penders. Okay, now we're off on Sonic Comics, but no, that's a good example, though. Sonic Comics were actually very good. Like, a lot of people, people know of the Sonic Comics. I think they kind of ran out of relevance in the early 2000s, but Sonic Comic was actually really well written. I don't want to say up till the end, because it got a little crazy at the end, but for the majority of its run, and you consider it lasted 292 issues, it was a really well-written comic. Like, not just for Sonic, for any comic. Like, it had really good storylines, it had a lot of, like, family stuff, a lot of, like, drama, a lot of action. Like, it was a really good comic series, in my opinion. Probably the most underrated thing about Sonic. Everybody thinks about the games or the TV shows, and, the most public things you see of Sonic is him being kind of just a goofball and kind of, like, in your face. So a lot of people kind of write him off as, like, this cheesy 90s mascot. But the comics were actually, again, I'm not saying they're like literary masterpieces, but for a comic about a video game, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was really good. Julie Sue. I will say Julie Sue was probably one of my favorite original characters for the comics. And I don't like when they add too many characters, but the characters they added in the comics, like 90% of the time they hit. Like, it was just really cool. Like, the villains, the heroes, everybody that they added to the canon really worked in the comics. I think they were forced to put the Freedom Fighters in the original Sonic series, like Rotor and Bunny. I think that was kind of just their deal with Sega and Sonic SatAM at the time, because you notice they wrote those characters out or kind of changed them over the course of the series, and they kind of got less of a focus. I actually think Knuckles had more of the interesting lore. Like, they really took his character and ran with it. They gave him, like, this whole family and these whole, like, family secrets and Enerjack and just all these really cool villains and allies that I thought really worked, maybe better than Sonic's allies, because Sonic's allies were already there. Like, Archie didn't have to do a lot of writing for that, but the writers had to come up with a whole side cast for Knuckles that still fit in with the canon, and I think they did a really great job at that. I know I'm probably boring anybody who hasn't read the Sonic comics. It's like I said, I'm an expert on like a few topics, and then everything else I'm just kind of moderately well-versed in. I know a little bit about, actually, no, I'd say I know a lot about baseball. I know a little bit about football. There's certain topics I'm better versed in than others. Being a DJ, I have a little more knowledge of current music, although even that's kind of stalled recently because, well, even before the virus, new music wasn't really doing much for anybody. Problem is, there's not a lot of dance songs coming out. There's a lot of songs coming out. What's Mina Mongoose is like the worst one. Mina Mongoose came out like toward the tail end of when they stopped coming up with good characters. It was kind of like when they... Oh, I hated Ash. It was kind of around the time, I think it was like Sonic number 100 or so, and that the series actually got a little bit better after that, but there was a little bit of a lull there around Sonic number 100 to number 120 where they didn't know what they wanted to do with the comic. It was like Sonic was like in high school or something, like they had like all this like teen drama, but then they had like the alien stuff, and then they had, Robotnik and like the video game references, so it was just like a weird combination of things. They didn't know where they wanted to go with the series, and then finally I'd say around like Sonic 130, 140, they kind of got it back. They introduced Shadow, I think like 10 years after he was a character. It's kind of weird the way the comics did the video games. Like, a video game would come out, but then they wouldn't do an adaptation until 5 or 10 years after the game came out. It's like, who cares at that point? But back in the day, I did like how they'd always release a new comic. I lost a viewer. I'm actually surprised I only lost one viewer. I liked how they would do a video game adaptation like as soon as the game came out. Like, they did a Sonic and Knuckles one, they did a Sonic 3 one, they did a Sonic Triple Trouble. Fiona the Fox I did like. I don't know why you're just going to spit out random Sonic character names, but yes, Fiona the Fox I did like as an antithesis for Tails. I thought that was interesting, how she was like working for Robotnik. Now, originally, I think she was a robot, and then, I don't know, she came back later as just a regular fox, but she was still evil. She was, like, Scourge's girlfriend. That was, like, Sonic 165 or something. I know a surprising amount about the comic, considering I haven't read even nearly all the issues. I was going to say, I do have the comics. I was going to say, if I have the comics in a easy-to-get-to place, I'll pull them out, which I do. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all these, but this is the master collection, if you will, and I'm sorry if I'm boring you, Uli, or whoever else is watching, but Frankie's giving me some fodder here. And I'm just pulling out of this. I don't know if, Frankie, I don't know if you remember this one. This was like the Sailor Moon or something crossover. Like there's literally a character in this called Tuxedo Nux. Dr. Kintobar, who... Dr. Kintobar is technically canon, but never really mentioned in the games. In the comics, they give him a bit of a story. I'm just looking through here. Oh, it's kind of a cool cover. Sonic versus Shadow. I don't know how well these show up on the camera. But yeah, Dr. Kintobar, which takes you about 2 seconds to realize that that's Robotnik backwards. He's the good Robotnik. He's literally a doctor. Like, he's a pediatrician, and he's not an evil scientist. So he's the antithesis of Robotnik, whereas Scourge is the antithesis of Sonic. And the evil freedom fighters are fighting against freedom. Go figure. So yeah, that was an interesting little spin-off they did. Oh, here we go, Frankie. Here's a comic for you. I'm literally going to hold this here until you acknowledge it. So yeah, you guys can keep asking questions, but I'm going to keep the comic here. This is my new screensaver now. With his red arm. So who saw, I know Frankie saw it, there's only one other person in here, who saw the new Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker, Episode 9? I don't know if he's saying no to that, or he's saying no to the C-3PO comic. I already know Frankie hated Episode 9. I really liked it. I'm not going to say I loved it, but I thought it was really good. I would definitely watch it again, especially since it'll probably end up on Disney Plus at some point. It's a weird thing, is like, I don't know how Disney and Marvel are making, I mean, I'm sure they're making their money, but, like, I don't know if they're making as much money with just releasing everything to Disney Plus or whatever. People aren't buying the DVDs. Like, as soon as Endgame comes out, they just plop it on Disney Plus. So why am I going to buy a $30 DVD to watch it when I could just buy the service for, like, $8 a month or whatever? Same thing with all the new movies, like, you know, they put all the Star Wars movies, all the movies that you'd pay like $20 a pop to buy, you can just watch on the thing for free. You know, not for free, you got to pay a monthly fee, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I could see doing the old movies, but they do the new movies. Like Toy Story 4 is already on Disney Plus. Like, boom, it's already out. I just heard a dog bark. There's a dog outside or something. I don't know. Maybe it's Cooper. Is this the Cooper you know? I just don't know what to do, Frankie. He's ruining the video. He's ruining the video, Frankie. He's ruining the video. That's another reference. I feel like my entire channel is just references that only 2 people get. And yet somehow we're getting an hour out of this stupid content. I'm actually surprised. I really thought this was going to end sooner than this. So, yeah. Sonic Comics. C-3PO Comics. I don't know why I have so many other comics in here. What issue is this? Oh, Sonic number 199. That's a pretty good one. Also, Sonic number 75. Easily one of my favorites ever. I love Sonic 75. This was honestly great. I'm not barking. I cannot confirm or deny reports of my barking. Might be fake news. Don't know. No, these are really out of order. I'm gonna organize these at some point. This was a really cool cover. I mean, the issue's actually not as great as you think, but the cover of Robotnik finally beating Sonic, well, sort of. Obviously he doesn't, but just that cover, just the idea of it, like, is really cool. The comic is decent, but it's not as sinister as that cover would have you believe. That's Sonic number 175. Actually, it's funny, I remember this as a kid. Oh, God, I did a lot of stupid stuff as a kid. I would, like, read the comics on video, like, I would do the voices, and I would, like, show each page of the Sonic comic, and I would go to the next page, and I would, like, read it, and I'd be like, to be continued, or whatever, like, why? I don't know, but I love these comics. And, you know, I don't really read them as much now, being 31, and, you know, doing other things. Even though I have time to read them now, I don't. I might read the ones I really like Sonic 75 or some of the other ones. I feel like Uli either fell asleep or went home, or both. I noticed on YouTube there's not a way to see who's viewing. Like on Twitch, I can actually pull up a list of people who are watching at the time. I know Ryan left. I don't know if Kevin left. We have another viewer besides Frankie. It's obviously not Corey, because she would have said something by now. But that's how that goes. Honestly surprised this has lasted as long as it has. I'm going to put the comics back. And if nobody has any other questions or topics, I might wrap it up, because I have definitely gotten more out of this than I ever thought I would. Playing the freaking Pokeball game alone was kind of worth it. Plus, we got to preview some new Bobby Gaines music, which I'm sure you guys are just dying to hear. Yeah, Yeah, this is AAA production stuff right here. Let me tell you. Oh my God, that's funny. So yeah, just see how my stream is doing here. As if I don't know. Poppy's barking. Some of the comments I get on these are, I don't know if they're hilarious, but they're something. Live streaming from here. Live now. This is going to be kind of funny, actually. Alright. Corey got mad you didn't tell her you were in your stream. Why'd you get mad about that? Why, I did, though. I put it on Facebook like an hour before I did it. I put the link on Twitch. I'll probably stream it again at some point. Let's see. Meet a monk who's never had any potential. I don't care what you say. Just reading through the comments again now. Actually, I'm just viewing my own stream on YouTube just for the heck of it. And video quality's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not the worst. And like I said, next time I'll probably do an episode in a different location. I don't know where exactly, but I don't know. But so yeah, the next stream I'm going to do in general will be actually Sunday on Twitch, not here. Twitch.tv/chaosblur. It's not going to be near I can't say the word now. It's not going to be that game. I'm going to be doing Retro Request Party episode 11, so I hope to have some people there for that. Got another theme. The last several episodes have had themes, so we'll see what this theme will be, but it'll be a fun one. And of course, people can vote on what game I'll stream. And I do a few games. It's a fun time, so I hope to see some people there. Retro games, of course, very near and dear to my heart. More so than the newer stuff, but I still play the newer stuff, as Frankie can attest to. Played Nier that thing, and I realized that the first boss of the game was literally a factory come to life. That was pretty startling. But yeah, that's how that goes. That's how I spend my time. Let's see here. This has been by default the best episode of this show I've ever done. Say that without a doubt. So, somebody brought up Tom Brady. Other than that, I'm surprised I haven't seen the usual stuffs. Oh. Shoot, I just had this. Alrighty. Wrap it up here. Corey got mad. I still read that. Woolie's been remarkably quiet because I've already addressed all of his questions about John. So he's got nothing else to go off of. I have to say, and I'm probably jinxing it, but my last few streams, either gaming or this, have been very good quality. Like, I haven't had any hiccups or anything. A friend of mine I'd like to thank for that. Much appreciated. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Just kind of getting ready to wrap up here, unless anybody's got anything else. Checking on stuff. But yeah, happy to have some people here today. 2 and 1.3, which for me is almost triple my normal output. Even got to do a little guitar tutorial. Sorry for that. But yeah. All right, and we're down to 1 viewers. So, Frankie, I have a feeling it's just you and I. And I have a feeling that I'm going to be ending this episode now because I'm done. Unless anybody else wants to join in. I am likely wrapping up here. Well, thank you guys for watching. All of you who did. This was episode 1 of Net Gains. Mall Tour 2020 starts April 18th, 2020. That'll be the first video of the series, and we'll see how long until another one, but I'm at work till 5. Well, I'm not streaming that long, so. Thank you for watching, Frankie. Thanks for watching. Uli and Kevin and Ryan and whoever else might have stepped in. Oh, we got 3 viewers all of a sudden. Let me give people a chance here to maybe chime in or something. I don't know. But it's really funny how every time I'm about to end a stream, like 3 people show up or something. But unless they have questions, I am going to sign off. So I'm going to give this a second or so. Just looking around here. Work till 5, huh? How's that going? What's the deal with that? Am I right? I don't know if I'm right. I'm never right. Now I'm working, I'm watching my own stream on YouTube. I wonder if I count as a viewer. Hold on, let me close that real quick. There we go. Yeah, I'm down to 2 viewers, so. Alright. I'm not going to drag this out much further. I'm actually surprised this lasted as long as it did, but this was about the goal. I'd say this went pretty well. Got some guitar in there, got some other things. So thank you guys for watching, guys and girls, people. Next episode will be early May. I'll let you know about it. And by then we'll have at least one mall tour to talk about, so that'll be something. And we'll see where we are in the world. So once again, stay safe. Thank you for watching By Productions. If you have any time on Sunday, check out Chaos Blur on twitch.tv. I will be doing a Retro Request Party episode 11. And until then, just keep it going. Thanks for watching. This is Bobby Gaines.